Welcome to Winning with the Burns, a podcast for highly ambitious people who have a burning desire to learn what it takes to win at a high level. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Today I just kind of want to talk about New Year's resolutions, and that's kind of an old cliche where people talk about new year, new me, here I come, watch out, here I go. And what happens a lot of times is when you start something, like right now, if you go to the gym, parking lot slam full of people because they're wanting to change. They're wanting to be different from what they were the previous year. Parking lot will be slam full in January. Then over time, eventually you start parking closer and closer. When it comes March, it's like the same people are in there, and the same people that were there the previous year, they're consistently being there. That's where I want to talk today a little bit about, accepting responsibility in where you are at. These old cliches of getting rich quick in 90 days, getting ripped in 90 days. A lot of that stuff sounds good on paper, but it's all about having consistent compounding action in whatever it is you're doing. So the first thing you need to do is accept responsibility where you are at. So right now, where you are at is a product of your previous thoughts. Think about that. Your thoughts will actually lead to actions. So if you think about things, then typically you will go have action on those things that you think about, good or bad. And so the moment you accept responsibility where you are at because of your previous thoughts, that's when you can start making a change. And change is tough for a lot of people. I know for me, I've gotten out of a rhythm of consistently going to the gym because I've made several excuses of life has done this, I've got to be here, I've got to do that, I don't have time. In business, I've made excuses over the years where life has happened. I need to do this. I need to do that. But the moment that I start looking in the mirror, that's when things start changing, because it's all about taking ownership, owning where you are at. Because the moment I look in the mirror, the only person I have to blame for anything in life is that person that's looking back in the mirror with me. We live in such a society now to where people blame others for where they are at in life, whether it's business, whether it's, an athletic situation that they're in, their body, I was having lunch today with a friend and we were talking about how Americans, in America, we're obese because, food is so expensive and we get served these big portions and we think that we should just finish it up because we spent that much money on the food. So let's talk about New Year's resolutions. I'm not a big proponent of resolutions. I'm a big proponent on changing your lifestyle in business, changing your lifestyle for your health, because you cannot beat compounding consistent action in anything that you're doing, business, in your health, in your activity. Because when you don't know what to work on, because a lot of people right now are trying to get ready to get ready. In December, everybody was getting ready to get ready for the new year. New Year's coming. I'm gonna have one last cheat meal. New Year's coming. I'm gonna get ready because come New Year, I'm gonna start this business that I've been dreaming about. I'm getting ready to get ready. What happens is you don't know what to work on. So when you don't know what to work on you. And I think that's where a lot of people fail in their New Year's resolutions, because they don't change their thought process. They try to change their actions first, and see, it's backwards. It's all about how you think. The way you think is the way you will go and do, the way you will create action. So think about what it is you're wanting to accomplish, right? I have a goal. I want to lose X amount of pounds. I have a goal. I want to make X amount of dollars. I have a goal. I want to start X amount of business. Whatever that looks like, reverse engineer what that action is going to take to get you the result that you're looking for. So if it's starting at the gym, you don't know what to do, start thinking about, do some research, listen to podcasts, people that are in the health and fitness industry, start reading. I'm a big proponent of reading. If you can work on yourself and read 5, 10, 15 minutes a day, it will change your thought process, because sometimes people are afraid to be different. I think that's what a lot of people, they fear to be different. The old saying is, if you look like everybody, you act like everybody. Well, sometimes it's okay to be different. It's okay to get up and go early in the morning running when it's dark outside and nobody's out there. It's okay to start a business that everybody thinks that you need to be comfortable in a W-2 job. You need to be comfortable doing this. It's okay to be different. So don't fear being different, because a lot of times greatness comes from people being different and stepping outside of the norm. I follow a guy, he's an Ole Miss baseball coach. I'm a baseball guy. If you guys have listened to us for, just one podcast, you realize that we're big baseball fans. And the head coach for Ole Miss, Mike Bianco, he always gives a pregame speech. And recently I listened to one, and he did it several years ago, but I always go back to this story because I love listening to this story. And he's talking to his players, and it was during playoffs, getting ready to go to Omaha. And he talks about this guy named Jack Weaver. And he talks about Jack being a heavier set guy, over 300 something pounds, not really in shape. And the doctors always said, you're not going to have a long life with the lifestyle that you're living. So Jack always wanted to change his lifestyle. He wanted to lose weight. He wanted to do something different, but his commitment wasn't great enough. So what happened was Jack's daughter got diagnosed and was needing a kidney transplant. And so just like they always do, they go and check the whole family to see who is going to be a fit and a candidate to receive a kidney. Well, Jack, out of the whole family, he was the only one that could give his daughter a kidney. And so he was like, this is great, Doc. I can give my daughter this kidney. She's going to be great. She's going to be fine. And the doctor said, there's no way I'm operating on you. You'll die on the table. We can't operate on you. So Jack says, how long do I have to live? How long do I have? Not necessarily how long do I have to live. How long do I have? If I were to lose weight, could I give my daughter a kidney? He said, you got about 6 months. So Jack in 6 months dropped 100 pounds. He was able to give his daughter the kidney, and everybody lived on. So what's the moral of the story? He said that when your commitment is greater than your feelings, that's when you get results. See, Jack always wanted to change, but he didn't have a commitment level enough. He had a certain why he needed to change. And that why was for his daughter to have a kidney so she could live a healthy life. And see, that's where I think a lot of people in this world, they don't have a commitment level. It's not a work ethic for a lot of people. It's a commitment level. See, the thing about goals is goals say that I will try. So right now you may have started something this year that says, I've got a goal of this, right? Well, you're not committed until you make a decision, because a decision will say, I will. Goals say I will try, but when you make a decision, that decision says, I will deliver. So whatever it is you're trying to change in 2023, whether it's a business, whether it's a healthy lifestyle, all it takes is to start. You got to start. But the way you start is you need to think differently. And how do you think differently? Listen to some podcasts. Go read a book. Start changing your thought process, because your thoughts will all of a sudden start leading to actions, and those actions will lead to the results that you're looking for. So I encourage you in 2023 to make a commitment. Don't set some goals. Make a decision that says, I am going out to do this. I am going to. Don't say I will try, because when you say I will try, that gives you an out. So when you talk to family members and you don't have this accountability in you, well, I tried. At least I tried. I hear people all the time, well, at least I tried. Well, did you really, really try, or did you think it was a good idea? I'll try to go to the gym. Anytime someone says, I'll try to do this, I'll try that, they always fail, because they're leaving themselves an out. They always have a plan B. It's like, I'm going to try to do this. Say no. Say, I will. Proclaim it. I will do this. I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to make a change for what I know is going to be great for my family. So forget about your feelings in 2023, because nobody really cares about your feelings. You can sit there and say, oh, woe is me, all you want, but nobody cares about your feelings. So when your commitment to yourself, because you owe it to yourself, when your commitment is greater than your feelings, that's when you're going to get the results that you're looking for in 2023. Be consistent in your action. Don't try to do it all in January. Don't try to do it all in the first quarter. Just stay consistent. Show up every day. Do the action that you need to do each day, because you can't beat compounding consistent action over the next 90, 120, 365 days in 2023. You're going to wake up this time next year and say, you know what? I'm glad I made a decision and I didn't make a goal. So you guys go out, go crush your goals because you went out and you decided to make a decision.